Coming up on the WP Minute, well, it's been a week. All that and more coming right up. Hey, it's Matt from the WP Minute. Did you know there's a professional group of WordPressers excited to meet you? If you're looking for a more casual WordPress Slack membership to join, chat about the news, and share your own content with our audience, consider joining the WP Minute membership for $79 a year. Get access to our group of merry WordPress bandits and help support our show. Head to thewpminute.com/support to join. Don't have 79 but want to buy us a virtual coffee to show your support? Head to thewpminute.com/support or click the link in the show notes. At the time of this publication, 30,000 plus eyeballs have landed on John Blackbourne's tweet that has sparked an event that goes well beyond WP drama. It seems WordPress.com has publicly replicated the .org plugin pages. My peers at WP Tavern and the repository have covered the many aspects of this debacle, so I encourage you to click the links in the show notes so you can read more in depth about this issue. I'm out of energy this week for anything more in depth, so I'll leave you with these two things. Please listen to my latest interview with John Clark of Stellar WP on the WP Minute Plus podcast. We're chatting about marketing automation, YouTube creation, and video games. It was way more fun than what happened this week. And then I'll leave you with the following monologue about my thoughts on leadership and the future of WordPress, coming right up. There are many leaders in the WordPress space doing great work, and that work quickly gets washed away through a storm of scathing outrage. When Josepha asked the community in her WordCamp US 2023 talk,
"Why is it so important to make sure that we are thriving?"
the answer was,
because WordPress can change a life.
Because WordPress can change a life. Words can also change a person's life. Simple words like developer meeting can make a WordPress power user feel like whatever's going on at that table isn't for them. WordPress entrepreneur can cast a vibe of WordPress but with Shark Tank, and who wants that? Words that attack or summarize a person's worth through petty insults, that can change a life immeasurably. For WordPress to thrive, people must want to contribute. Contribute to code, to design, to meetings, and above all else, to the conversations about our beloved software. It's not about your code, your profits, your 5%, or your lowercase p. It's that you recognize how open source WordPress empowers us. It empowers us to do everything I just said: code, profit, 5%. And through this, it creates opportunity. Opportunity for you and the people that you impact through your work with WordPress. This has a ripple effect. The more people that discover opportunity through WordPress, the wider that ripple spreads to the next person and to the next person. Though there's an odd juxtaposition this week. A 100-year plan announced at WordPress.com to ensure your life's work is preserved for a generation to come. But will WordPress last 100 years like this? To ask for a hand in helping WordPress thrive across members of our online and offline community in favor of spreading the larger mission, democratize publishing. But is that the mission that we're really all on? You have to want this for yourself and for WordPress. I've been a critic of WordPress for a while, not to be confused with being outright critical of WordPress. My angle has always been perched at the view of what I call the blue-collar digital worker. When a leader devalues someone's position in the community, they aren't knocking down one person, but an entire group of people that feel like their worth is being ripped from them. If that person isn't good enough, how am I? They might ask. When a leader mocks the accomplishments of one person, there's another person standing right behind them, trying to find footing to reach that very same height of success. Why should I continue if this isn't good enough? They might ask. This is not thriving. This is soul-crushing. Leadership loses the very thing they need in order for WordPress to thrive. Trust. Trust that people want to wake up and go do WordPress, whatever doing WordPress means to them. Trust that we're all in the same shared mission of the 4 freedoms and to democratize publishing. Losing trust means you lose belief from the people on the mission with you. Sure, people will continue to write lines of code for WordPress because they need to survive. WordPress isn't going to be replaced anytime soon, and most humans aren't going to walk away from it as a means to their survival. They will fall out of love for it, what it meant, and what it could be. There's no parade for leaders at the end of this mission. We arrive home, shut the door, and put our laptops away. How was your day with WordPress? 2 people started WordPress. Thousands of people have contributed lines of code to WordPress. Tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands, have spread the good word of WordPress, faults and all. WordPress is amazing because it can change a life. I believe it. I am it. You are it. But after this week, I can't help but ask, will WordPress thrive or simply survive the next 100 years?
WordPress's mission is to democratize publishing. Democratize publishing, that's our mission. It's just 2 little words, but it contains a huge theory about how we can impact the world. When you democratize publishing, you're providing easier access to knowledge, opportunity, and connections. We, and you, are giving voices to the voiceless and securing the freedoms of the open web, both for everyone in here right now, but also for everyone who comes after us. Not because anyone knows necessarily what those are off the top of their head, except for Matt Mullenweg, who you will hear from shortly, but because that's not why it matters. It matters because that's what you all deserve, is an open web that has protected future rights.
That's it for today's episode. Be sure to listen to our other podcast, WP Minute Plus. You can find it for free where you get this podcast. Search for WP Minute in your favorite podcast app and add both because we've got some great interviews over there as well. Thanks to our pillar sponsors, Pressable.com and Bluehost.com. Thanks to Foundation Plus sponsors, the WP World. Without these sponsors, support from our paying members, and you, the listener, the WP Minute wouldn't be possible. We're looking for more sponsors. You can sponsor a month of podcast for $500 or become a foundation sponsor starting at $475 for the year. It's the best sponsorship value in the WordPress space. Get your brand featured and support the WordPress professional community at thewpminute.com/support.